everyone, and welcome to another North Midlands area mini demonstration. My name's Lynne Sharpe, and today I'm going to produce a table arrangement hopefully will take pride and place on your Christmas table. So those of you who have met me before, you know I like to do recycling and use things that have been pre-loved. So as ever, my mechanics will be coming out of a container that was once a microwave dinner, and then today again I'm using some of the bio foam, the brown foam, and that's just been anchored in there with some of the foam tape. So for my design, I'm hoping that this will be an all-round design. My first foliage, I've got some tree ivy, some community pruned tree ivy. And as flower arrangers, I know that we all tend to be community pruners. So if you are, I hope you community prune responsibly and that you've got permission to do so. So tree ivy is in abundance at this time of year, and it's always such a giving evergreen shrub because it's got these fantastic seed heads that predominate at the top of the leaves, and these will gradually turn black over a period of time, and they're also brilliant at this time of year for spraying. So whether you do that with green or silver or gold paint, whatever your colour scheme is. Now my colour scheme for this table arrangement is going to be the traditional Christmas colours of red and green, because I like to do the traditional things, and there are my colour schemes within my Christmas decorations. So lots of the tree ivy there. So I'm hoping now that perhaps you're all ready for your Christmas festivities, whatever shape that they will take this year, of course, with things being slightly different depending on where you live in the country and so on. And it might be now that you're sitting there watching myself with your feet up, and you've written all your cards and wrapped all your presents and you're good to go. And that table arrangements and other arrangements for Christmas are perhaps the last thing you've got to do. So I've got lots of this tree ivy, and it's got quite leathery leaves, which are a strong green colour. And it's really a flower ranger's must, I find, this ivy. And it's got longevity to it as well. I'm hoping if you keep this arrangement hydrated over the Christmas period that it will last you some time. So I'm just creating that all-round shape that I mentioned earlier for this one. And then as well as the tree ivy, I have some other evergreens. So I have some yew, and it takes the form of the Christmas tree spruces, but it can be a little bit easy on your skin. I find Christmas tree firs sometimes a little bit of an allergen to my skin, so this is a lot softer. However, the berries on it are poisonous, so if you've got little ones or pets, do be mindful if you bring you inside with the little red berries on it. So already we've got a contrast in textures there between the smooth leaves and the shiny ivy leaves. And then I've got some conifer. And this has got a slight yellow variegation to it. So again, another contrast to the different foliages that we're using in the design. adds some interest to our design, and perhaps gives us another element to talk about while we're having our Christmas lunch. So my foliages, you'll see to my right, are not in a bucket, they're in a bouquet. This is my bouquet of foliages. And I would say that's coming together quite nicely. But I'll let you be the judge of that. And then just to give a little bit more contrast to it, I have some of the ilex, some of the variegated holly, and you can see it's lush with its berries, which indicates that we were having quite a mild winter, because if we weren't, that all the little birds would have eaten all these lovely berries by now. So it's nice to see that they're still on the holly bushes and the holly trees, because I know as flower rangers we love to have holly berries, don't we? This holly is quite prickly, so I'm being quite mindful as it goes into the arrangement. And as we know, with all foliages and flowers, they've all got different meanings and folklore attached to them. And holly is no exception. And I know it can be seen as a little bit bad luck to bring it inside at certain times of the year, but I find it so welcoming. So there's all the foliages that I'm going to pop into that design. And then, as it's a flower arrangement, I will pop some flowers into it. So my first flower I've got for this design are some of the chrysanthemum blooms, and this variety is called Anastasia. So it's a really good sizable bloom. I'm just going to take some of those lower petals off, so I don't need them, and they'll just hinder me popping them into the foam. So if you don't like to see flowers cut short, look away now. So these can be like my Christmas baubles for this design. And I'm spacing them out evenly, so they create some balance. I don't want the design to be too top heavy, and that hopefully when it's sat on a Christmas table, everyone who's sat there has got a point of interest to look at. And then to be followed by some more flowers. So this dianthus carnation, this variety is called Red. And again, like I mentioned before, with the flowers and foliages having lots of folklore attached to them, carnations are a romantic flower, meaning love. And also, apparently, if you dream of a red carnation, it means that when you wake up, you will there will be a love affair heading your way. So perhaps Santa will be that one who brings that as a gift for you this year. So there's, as I say, there's my table arrangement. So I've just finished it with the carnations. So I hope you can see that there's lots of contrasting colours and textures there with the different flowers and foliages that I've used. And then just to make it a little bit more Christmassy, in the middle, instead of me putting a candle in, I've got a wicker star to pop in the middle. And you may have seen these. Florists sell them and supermarkets and so on. Or you could do a little bit of weaving yourself, perhaps. So I'm just going to pop that in the middle there. And then just to finish this table arrangement off, I'm just going to do add a little bit of something else to it, just to make it look a little bit different, a little bit individual. So you've probably come across these Medalino sticks, the really thin pliable cane, and these ones have been dyed green, lime green. So I'm just going to start putting these in all around the design. And you're probably thinking at this point, well, what on earth is Lynne doing? So just bear with me a moment or two. Those of you who met me before, or if you've seen me demonstrating, you'll know that I'm a fan of car boots and all the bargains that we can find while we're out car booting. So you're probably thinking, well, she's not got a container that's from a car boot. But you may see in front of me and either side of me, I've got some little chums. So I've got some presents, and I've got Santas, and I've got a snowman, and I've got a little posting box. And they're all treasures that I found in car boot land and didn't cost me very much, £1.50 and so on. And so did the little Christmas presents, and then the bows I've found. So again, it's surprising what you can find in car boot land. So there you'll see that I've put all the Medalino sticks equally all the way around. But I'm not going to leave them like that. I'm going to gather them up like so. And then the star shines brightly in the middle in that enclosed space that we've created. And just with a piece of tape, I'm just going to secure them all together, making sure that the Medalino sticks are equally balanced out. And we don't want one to be predominant above another. And then I've just got a bow. Here's one I made earlier with just some of the florist ribbon. And you can use that bow again as with the Medalino sticks. And you'll see why I've not put a candle in the middle, because if I did and you lit it, then of course it may become an issue for you. So there's a quick table arrangement for yourselves today, and if you didn't want to keep it as a table arrangement, then you could give it as a gift. So I hope I've given you some inspiration there to create a quick and easy table arrangement, and may I take this opportunity to wish you all a Merry Christmas. And if there's any of you out there that would like to become a demonstrator, then in the North Midlands area next year, we're looking forward hopefully to hosting some demonstrators training. So if you'd like more details, then look on our area web page, and all the information will be there for you. So as I say, best wishes, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you.